9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now live.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Noble Hospital, a brand new name for a Westfield institution which is improving the health of our community every day with quality and compassion. Noble Hospital and Bay State Health, better together.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, yeah, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get 'em, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Making their way the only way they know how. Yeah. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. I'm a good old boy. You know my mama loved me, but she don't understand. They keep her showing my hands and not my face on TV.
All right, that is as close as I'm ever voluntarily going to get to country music. That was an awesome show, though.
That
back
was
in
even
day.
too close.
That was close, yeah. Waylon Jennings there. That was an awesome show back in the day. The Dukes of Hazzard, the original one, Catherine Bach. You know, as a kid, the young lad, wee lad in my adolescent puberty.
You had a poster of her, didn't you?
No, I didn't actually. But you know, you got to think that those short shorts were the best thing going. And they were
Daisy Dukes.
right up until Jessica Simpson put them puppies on. Oh my God. That girl was smoking hot in the remake movie. It was like...
She's a beautiful girl anyway.
Yeah, but that was before, that she, kind of made her rounds in Hollywood Men and all that stuff. She was just beautiful in that. Yeah, no shorts. Oh, yeah.
Short shorts.
Uh-huh.
Short shorts.
So on that note, now that Fantasy Island has landed here, I'll have to get that theme song. I don't even remember the theme song. Yeah, a little tattoo. You know when they filmed The Wrath of Khan? Okay, Ricardo Montalban was Khan. He reprised the role.
Yes.
They actually took, those little kitty blow-up punching things?
Yeah.
They took one of those and they put a life-size poster of Tattoo on it on the set.
Get out.
They did. It was so funny because
No way.
Yeah, one of the publicity shots was him seeing it for the first time and reacting to it, and he thought it was the funniest thing. Hey, here's another stupid trivia thing for you before I get involved in anything. Did you know Leonard Nimoy, when he was in the role of Spock, his tricorder, he always hid Tootsie Pops in the tricorder?
Oh my
I
God.
did not know that. I just learned that myself. That was one of the stupid little trivial things there. But anyway, this is Bobby Goff, and you're listening to the Bobby G and Company show. So let me start off by wishing everybody a very good morning. Pete, good morning to you. Lynn.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you guys for both braving the elements and coming out today, and Lynn for picking my butt up. So we've got National What Day today. There's only one. And you know something, Pete? I hear that we're once again often imitated, never duplicated.
Why is that?
This National What Is It Day apparently has become part of another local radio show that I won't mention.
Jackson O'Brien.
Yeah, I won't mention. But they loved the idea from here, and they wanted to run with it. I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
You're
But anyway.
dreaming.
I'll have to message Nagel and find out.
Yeah, well, that's it. Nagel listens.
Well, it's during Dan Williams' show.
Oh, Dan Williams?
Yeah, I just noticed it this week. He started doing that.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean? Oh, Dan Williams does it on his show?
Yeah.
So
maybe it's a corporate. Maybe you've made corporate directive.
See,
status.
that could very well be, because I mean, they realize that we have nationwide listenership, and we do. What are you laughing about? We do. All right. So National What Day today, and I've never had this. I don't know, Lynn, you're a bartender. Kind
Yes,
of.
I am.
I mean,
What do you mean, kind of?
Well, you pour beer. National Absinthe
Yeah.
Day.
Absinthe, yeah.
Honestly,
Green
it's a-
liqueur
it's
from
a-
France.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
Killed a lot of people.
Have you ever? Yeah, obviously, if you don't have Yukon Jack or you don't have any Jägermeister in a bar, I'm pretty sure you don't have absinthe. I have to go to a real bar for that.
Absinthe is a very specialist drink.
Oh, is it? I had never heard of it.
Yes. It's a
Me
very.
neither.
It's a beautiful shade of green. And but I had never heard of it. So anyway, that's the national day today. It's the only
All
one.
right, well, let's go drinking
That's
then.
the only one. Let's go.
good with
I
it.
wonder how it mixes with coffee. All right, so let's cue up some Connie Talbot. And let's get right into the historical events today.
All right.
I can't. Oh, nice shirt.
Yeah, that's what I said. We both look how old this is.
I know it. I got to make some new ones.
It's ruined.
Oh, my
Still my
troubles
favorite.
seem so far away.
Sing it, Connie. Sing it, baby.
Now it looks as though they
All right, historical events today, March 5th, going all the way back to the year 1836.
Go ahead, I
I'm
dare
not looking
you.
at you because I
dare
saw you were already ready for me, so I'm not doing it. Samuel Colt actually patented the first production model revolver, and it was a 34 caliber. 1872, George Westinghouse patents the air brake that's used on trains.
Yep.
1933, during the Great Depression, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt declares a bank holiday today, closing all U.S. banks and freezing all financial transactions. And this one, I'd heard this, obviously this phrase before, but I didn't know where it came from. 1946, Mr. Winston Churchill coins the phrase Iron Curtain in his speech at Westminster College, way out in Missouri.
Huh.
Yeah, that's where that came from. Then it was quoted and requoted and hashed all over the place. So here's one. The next two, actually, Pete, right up your alley. 1979. America's Voyager 1 spacecraft has its closest approach to Jupiter. It was 172,000 miles away from the planet.
Okay.
And then in 1982, this is the last one for it, Soviet probe Venera 14 actually landed on Venus. I wonder what they found. I mean, I know it's got the what is it, surface temperature, molten lava, lead, or something like that.
I don't know.
But I wonder what they came up with there. But that's your historical events for March 5th. So we can bust right into some wild. What are you looking at over there? Lynn is shopping on her phone right now. Pete, it looks like she's looking at tribbles.
Okay.
I'm shopping for Star Trek stuff. Not
That
really.
is not. What is that? A bun?
It's a bun. You
It's a
put it
fake
in your
bun?
hair. Yeah, I want one for work.
You want a bun?
I want a bun.
Well, hey, at least it's not in the oven, right? All right. So go ahead, Pete. Cue me up some wildfire.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Love you guys.
Yeah, we love you back. All right. So celebrity births today again, March 5th, going way back to the year 1739. Oh, I got away with it that time. And
Brat.
actually, Lynn, you're going to know this
Such a
guy.
brat.
Lynn, you're going to know this guy. Benjamin. No, I mean really, not personally. Benjamin Ruggles Woodbridge. Does that name sound familiar to you? It should.
Well,
He was born in
Woodbridge was the
1739. He passed away in 1819. He was an American physician and colonel. That's not going to help you. But he owned the Sycamore House in South Hadley.
that's why it sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we investigated that spot. That was an awesome
Yeah,
location.
a couple times.
Part of the Underground Railroad, too.
Yeah.
They had, Pete, they had a huge, massive tree on the side of the property
Okay.
that back, I want to say, without my notes, I want to say ballpark 1930s, there was a massive storm that went through there and knocked the tree over. Well, the roots came up, with the tree falling, and they found a tunnel that they didn't even know existed that connected from the house all the way over to the South Hadley Commons. It was part of the Underground Railroad.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, they had an actual news photograph from the newspaper, from the transcript telegram back in the day, and that was pretty cool. That was actually really cool. So the year 1927, Mr. Jack Cassidy was born today. He passed away in 1976. American actor and best known probably for the Partridge Family.
Yeah, that was his son.
His whole family involved with that. 1934, Mr. James B. Sicking, I believe is how you pronounce it. The American actor, famous for Hill Street Blues. He was in the movie, if you ever saw the movie Outland.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Connery.
Yep.
And that was an awesome movie. I love that movie. He was also Captain Styles in Star Trek III, The Search for Spock. He was the commander of the Excelsior.
Okay.
Yeah, that character. He was a putz.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the character was a putz.
Only to you.
No, come on. He was a putz. 1936, Mr. Dean Stockwell was born. American actor, famous for Quantum Leap.
Yeah, Quantum Leap.
It ran from 89 to 93.
Great character actor, though.
I love
He was excellent. He really was. But, you know, when Scott Bakula signed on to do Captain Archer with Star Trek Enterprise, they brought Dean Stockwell in for one of the episodes. He was like the enemy, so to speak. And it was really cool seeing the two of them back on screen together.
He was an enemy in more than one Star Trek episode of different series, too, because I remember him on Next Generation. I'm almost positive.
No, Dean was the only episode Dean played in was the Enterprise. It was called Detained.
I thought he was an enemy somewhere else, too.
Not that I'm aware of, and I mean, maybe, who knows. 1952, Mr. Alan Clark was born today. Here we go.
That's for me.
Oh, okay. The English keyboard player for Dire Straits. He was one of the original players. It was actually, I think he was the first permanent keyboard player for Dire Straits. I think is how it was worded. And then we go a little bit further. We go 1958. Everybody knows this guy, whether or not you like the music or not, but Mr. Andy Gibb passed away in 1988, English Australian singer. He actually died from myocarditis, which is an inflammation of the heart muscle caused by years of cocaine abuse.
Ooh.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
so
what.
thin. I mean, that's easy to believe.
But everybody, he's famous for Saturday Night Live for the soundtrack for that, and I had no idea that he was.
You mean Saturday Night Fever?
Saturday Night Fever, that's it. Yes.
Yeah, they were good. The Bee Gees were good in their day. I'll tell you, they were one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like them.
1974. The next two actually are smoking hot. 1974, Eva Mendes, the American actress.
Yeah.
What the hell was that, Pete? Was that Taco Tuesday coming out?
No, that's that. If you do something really cool on Instagram, whatever they have.
I don't have Instagram, so I'm gonna stay away from that.
You've never seen that in commercials and stuff?
No, I don't get out much.
Oh.
All right, 1975, another one right up there with Eva Mendes. Jolene Blalock was
Jolene Blalock.
Blalock, okay, I'll buy that. I don't care what
she
you
was
call
in
her.
Enterprise.
Yes, she was. She played DePaul from 2001 to 2005. The American actress. She was actually in Starship Troopers. One of the, I think it was the third movie. She played like a badass colonel sort of a character.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about now.
But she is just like, wow. And I read an interview that she did, and she was saying how no matter what was going on in her personal life, she loved filming Enterprise. They never got into arguments on a set with anybody.
I heard that was a great cast. That was pretty mellow.
Yeah, they just got along. They all clicked together personally, so it made their acting so much easier to do collectively. So we got some, that's it for your celebrity births. We got some celebrity deaths coming in. You want to cue me up some Undertaker? As I take a slug of coffee.
By the way, did you see whatever it is, the Saudi Arabian pay-per-view?
No, I did not.
The Undertaker came in, did one move, and then walked back out and probably got $1 million payday for it.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
Set up a feud between he and AJ Styles.
Yeah, I heard that he was planning on fighting him at WrestleMania. But now I don't know if you heard this. WrestleMania is in jeopardy.
Why?
They're thinking seriously about canceling it this year because of this coronavirus.
It wouldn't surprise me. But they just set up a match between John Cena and The Fiend, which
I knew that was coming in too. They're bringing Cena back. But anyway, your celebrity deaths today, going all the way back for your first one, again, March 5th, 1953. Joseph Stalin died today, born in 1878.
Good riddance.
Yeah, right.
The Russian marshal and politician, third leader of the Soviet Union.
He was a ruthless B-A-A whatever.
Okay. 1963, Miss Patsy Cline passed away today. She was born in 1932. She was young.
Yeah,
American singer and songwriter. Yeah, I believe she did. I believe she did, yeah. 1982. Mr. John Belushi passed away today. He was born in 1949. The American actor, Saturday Night Live regular, National Lampoon's Animal House. Who could forget that?
Funniest.
That is such a rite of passage. I don't know if you ever saw the movie 1941.
Love that movie.
Awesome movie. Then of course the
great score too.
The Blues Brothers. This guy just did it all. But he died from a combined drug intoxication, and very, very sad. It was way before his time.
They were going to charge his girlfriend, who was also his supplier.
Really?
Yeah, she was almost charged for his death. I remember that.
So this might be an easy one for you, Pete.
All right.
2013, Mr. William Moody passed away. He was born in 1954. He was an American wrestler and manager. He died from a heart attack. Do you know who that was?
Paul Bearer.
Yes, it was appropriate with the music going on in the background. So those are your celebrity deaths for today. Again, another, way too soon for him to pass. I always liked his character. I always thought he was really cool, and I liked how they went back and forth with him being with Kane or with The Undertaker, and, it's kind of like a love-hate relationship with all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so those are your celebrity deaths for today. And we're going to bust into our first song. And if you remember, one of the guys from Dire Straits, I believe it was Alan Grant was his name. Alan Clark. I'm sorry, Alan Clark. So we're going to play The Sultans of Swing in honor of that from Dire Straits. And you're listening to Bobby G and Company on WSKB.
Where is it?
Oh, come on, man. The big intro when you...
Sorry. I'm learning. Hey, listen.
You're playing with your Instagram too much.
No.
Pete, are you shopping over there?
Yeah,
no.
Hey,
actually,
you buying tribbles and hair buns or what?
One day ago, the virtual DJ that I've been using for 5 years stopped working. So now I'm learning a whole new version of it. You come out. You know what? I'm going to switch seats with you. You come out here and run.
Yeah, but I'm not the professional here. I'm the personality.
It's why you get paid the big bucks.
That's right.
Come on.
I mean, geez, you take your paycheck in $1 and you can get something at the dollar menu. There we go.
You get a shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, but meantime, sound of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double fall time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Competition in other places, but the horns, they blowing that sound. Way on down south, way on down south, London town. Check out Guitar George, he knows all the chords. Mine is strictly rhythm, he doesn't wanna make it cry or sing. If then an old guitar is all he can afford, he gets up under the lights to play his thing. And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky-tonk like anything, saving it up Friday night with the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing. Sultans, we are the Sultans of Swing.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Comcast and Xfinity.com, offering Xfinity TV, Internet, home phone, and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at Xfinity.com.
Want to get in the flow with Rob and Joe? Join host Joe Langoni and Rob O'Laurie Thursdays at 7:45 a.m. on Westfield Technical Academy's Tiger Talk.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey, this is Dean Cain. You're listening to my friends Robbie, Lynn, and Pete on the Bobby G and Company Show on WSKB 89.5 FM. I'm also listening right alongside.
Nice. Hey, Pete.
Yes.
I just almost got totally beaten up here. Mm-hmm. Lynn's still looking for a troll, and she's got this hair bun. I'm like, what do you need that for? She says, well, you just put it in your hair, and it looks great. She says, I just don't know what color to get. I looked at her and I said, gray?
That'll do it.
Yeah, that did not go over well. Yeah, I got that look, and she's like, which arm is the bad arm? I'm going to beat you now. But, yeah, exactly. That works, yeah. Do
you know what that was?
Yeah, it was...
it was a B.
Yeah, Beethoven. That's
no, it's one of the most famous things in radio in New England.
Huh?
That's not Beethoven?
No.
You sure?
I'm Bob Steele, and this is WTIC.
Oh, I don't care. I don't know.
Oh, geez.
TIC.
Who the hell listens to TIC?
Yeah, I mean,
They do that. The AM station's done at the top of the hour for 70 years.
70?
70.
They had those tones back 70 years ago?
Yes, they did.
Oh, that's cool. All right, so we only do the
This is Cock and Locker.
oh, my God. Who set you up with a new soundboard?
This morning, I turned on the telly, and all I can say is, Jumping Jehoshaphat, yeehaw!
Oh, Pete, you have too much time on your hands,
yes, you do.
dude.
You definitely have way too much time on your hands.
Wow.
All right, so let's cue up some Frankie Sinatra. Let's get some Keurig facts in here. It's a nice shirt you have on.
Yeah, I like yours too.
Yeah.
Way down among Brazilians, coffee beans.
All right.
Now you're watching Channel 15 to get that joke.
Yep, that's okay. We were in the same shirt. Well, not the same shirt, but same design.
Yeah, I'd be crowded if you
Yeah, it
had
would
the
be.
same shirt.
Now, you know, Pete, you actually played this at a DJ event.
I did.
And everybody was dancing on the floor and stuff.
I did,
You were saying,
yes.
Nice. But you forgot to tell them that they could hear this every week on the Bobby G and Company show.
I don't think it was appropriate for the event.
Sure it was. What was it, bar mitzvah or something? I mean, you know.
Muslim
It was a multiple sclerosis dinner.
Oh, okay. MS. Oh, okay. All right.
I don't think it was appropriate for the.
Yeah. All right. I'll be nice with that. I won't go anywhere there. So, all right. So this is the section.
God.
Your Keurig facts of the week, designed to. Lynn, you've been off too long. You're silly this morning.
I'm so tired.
That's it too. So this is the segment that's designed to make you the smartest person at the office Keurig machine. And as Lynn says, if your boss does not have a Keurig for you,
Beat his ass.
beat. Ooh,
you don't know if you can say that.
Sorry. All right, beat his butt.
Wow. You know, this is supposed to be a PG,
Oh, it is?
borderline
Nobody
G
told me that. Well, what are you
rated
doing?
show. I mean, these kids today, they're going to come into the school and they're going to say, hey, they said I could beat your ass. All right.
Bend
So anyway,
over.
so your Keurig facts of the week. Did you know?
No.
I know you didn't. This is kind of funny. I don't know how they tested this one, but a sneeze travels out of your mouth at more than 100 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, you can test that with a Doppler scanner.
Okay.
You can get a good look at a T-bone steak by sticking your head up a bull's ass, but I'd much rather take the butcher's word for it.
Enough of the
Come on, that was Tommy
so
Boy.
much
Enough of the
worse than
anatomical
mine.
references.
That was Tommy Boy. That was a good one.
Tommy Boy, huh?
Yeah, that was a good movie. Did you know, too, that it's impossible to sneeze with your eyes open?
Really?
Unless there's crazy glue involved.
I didn't know that.
Now
That
you
one I didn't
I'm
know.
going to have to try to sneeze and hold my eyes open.
Yeah, well, you're holding them. That's the thing. You can't hold them. And here's a little Halloween one, which is way off base. But did you know the largest ever jack-o'-lantern that was carved was from a 1,469-pound pumpkin on Halloween in 2005?
The kind you see at the Big E.
Yeah.
But does it say where?
No, it didn't. It didn't say where it was, but 1,469 pounds
That's a lot of
of
pie.
pumpkin. That's a lot of pumpkin.
A lot of pie. But
Oh, wait a minute. You forgot Horny Baby.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm jumping ahead.
You're jumping ahead way too soon.
Pete, come on.
Oh, my
Get
God.
it together.
It's a tough one. He's getting over strep. You got to be
Yes.
nice to him.
I was only gone 2 weeks, and you went right past me.
Well, the ratings for the show skyrocketed for 2 weeks.
Hey,
I mean,
watch that
just
stuff.
saying. Go ahead. Take
Okay.
it away, Horny.
All right. So the first thing I want to mention is this weekend, daylight savings time. So when you go to bed Saturday night, if your clocks don't automatically change,
Oh.
don't forget to do that because you'll be late for church.
You go to bed Saturday night, you still wake up Sunday morning,
I
hopefully.
know, but you
Yeah,
lose an hour.
exactly.
You lose an hour sleep. That part of it I don't like, but so just a heads up. Don't forget.
Hey, that's okay. I'm taking Monday off.
Okay. Okay, Friday we have Allie and Kenny at Samuel's. Skyway is returning to Captain Jimmy's in Agawam. The Sage King at the Still, and Irish Night at the Dante Club.
Ooh.
The Dante Club is kind of a cool place. They're right in West Springfield across from the Big E.
They're starting to get a lot of different acts there, too, now.
Yeah, somebody's booking in there. It's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice room. It's a good size room. I've been in there a few times. My cousins belong there, so.
Oh.
All right, Saturday, the Western Mass Golf Show is going to be held at Chez Joseph. It starts at 9 a.m. for you golfers.
Putts.
Putts.
They enjoy putts.
They do. They like
See?
sandwiches too.
Putts and sandwiches? Okay.
A sand wedge.
Sand wedge. I thought you said sandwich.
Well, yeah,
I was like,
that's
what, ham and cheese?
That's
Or,
a little joke. My husband
turkey and Swiss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is it on brioche?
All right, shut the heck up.
All right.
All right, Saturday and Sunday will be the Old Deerfield Craft Fair at the Big E.
That's at the Big E?
Yeah, which I haven't gone to in a couple of years. I think I want to go this
Hope's
year.
going Saturday.
Oh.
She told me Old Deerfield Craft Fair, I thought it was Old Deerfield.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, it's always at the Big E.
I didn't know that. Well,
Cool.
she's big into that, not me.
Yeah. All right. Also on Saturday, the 16th annual comedy show at Oak Ridge Country Club.
Oh.
Lobsters from Mars, who I have not seen in years, is going to be.
They're still together.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised to see that.
Are they at a food truck?
No, they're going to be
we had
at
lobsters
Club
at a
One.
food truck last week.
That's Cousin's Maine Lobster.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're close, but not really.
All right.
So they're going to be at Club One in Feeding Hills.
Oh.
Jeff and Jason Acoustic Show will be at the Meeting House. And BJ Corona is at the Still Saturday night. So there's a whole lot going on.
I got a big one for you. On Saturday,
Okay.
if you have those cans and bottles, Boy Scout Troop 109's looking for them. They got a bottle and can drive 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in front of Super Phipps on Main Street. Look at them all sorting.
Oh.
Over at Phipps.
They have donations. They get 7.5 cents a can, so they get the 5 cents for the. But they have to rent two 32-foot box trucks, and we want to see them both filled.
Oh, wow.
The YMCA Chili, Chowder, and Chocolate Cook-Off. 11:30 a.m. at the Westfield Y. Come on by, sample. There was at least a dozen or so chilies last year and as many chowders.
See, I would go for the chocolate.
There's not a ton of chocolates, but the
It's
chilies
okay.
and chowders are really good. And it's a donation for the YMCA. I'm not sure how much the tickets are, but you can get them at the door. Channel 15 will be there covering that event.
Sweet.
Yummy.
Yeah, you notice how he wants us on all these other things that don't feed you? When it comes to the food ones, those are always picked fast.
Yeah, we don't get
You know?
asked to that.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
And the big broadcast is this weekend, Saturday. 2 shows at 2 and 7 Chapin Auditorium at Mount Holyoke College. The girls are going to be recreating a 1940s-style radio show, complete with period commercials, singing songs, big band, and our good friend Brian Lapis is going to be the host, Fred Kelly. He's a friend of mine, so
okay, yeah.
You can give the nasty looks if you want to.
He's just, I don't know, not my cup of tea.
I know, but he's really good in the role as Fred Kelly.
Okay.
And the girls all go all out with period costumes and things like that. So they're recreating a gumshoe mystery this year.
Cool.
It's a great event. I have a blast going every year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
Now.
Nice. Yes.
Getting cold in here.
It's getting cold. We need a fog machine. We need to put the fog, dry ice and stuff. For Halloween.
For Halloween.
For Halloween,
yeah.
we'll have to have a tub with dry ice in it. Get the ambience. Put it right here? Okay. All right, we can do that.
Okay.
All right, so Dark Shadows is the segment of the show.
I love that everybody just heard all that. So
Yeah, well, no, it's supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's supposed to. This is a segment of the show where I kind of either give an editorial on something. It could be paranormal in nature. Sometimes, like this week, it's actually even personal in nature. And but it's usually something that's just going to kind of make you think a little bit, give you, scratch your head and wonder. Now, one thing when it comes to the paranormal stuff, I am extremely reserved. Anybody that's been out with me on an investigation or anything like that will tell you that I am not a sensationalist in any way, shape, or form.
He's a Debbie Downer, actually.
Very much so. And but here I'm going to share a very strange but completely true story. I swear to God, this is a true story. 2 weeks before anyone was told, I had a dream that my daughter Jody was going to tell me that she was back with her ex-boyfriend Dan and that she was pregnant. Now, this was a little over 3 years ago. The experience itself did not feel like a dream. It felt real. And that's the only way to describe it. I can't really articulate it any different than that. But it so impressed me that I actually told my wife and my other daughter, Katie, about the dream. And, I'm like, because if this happens, nobody's going to believe me. So 2 weeks before anybody knew I told them about this dream. And so lo and behold, 2 weeks later, Jody calls me out of the blue and asks if she can come over because she had to talk with me. So I'm like, okay. So she showed up. Now, this is the really creepy stuff. She showed up in the same outfit from my dream.
God.
Now, we had at that time,
yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, we had a U-shaped sectional in the living room. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Jody always sat in one spot. Well, in my dream, she sat in another spot on literally the opposite side. And that's where she sat when she came over. So even that detail was there. And then she started telling me everything that I already knew. The first thing she says to me is she says, I'm back with Dan. And I'm like, okay, what else? And that's exactly what I said. Okay, what else? And then she looked at me and she said that she was pregnant. And I looked at her and I says, okay, what else? And then she told me that they were buying a house 1 street over from where I grew up in Chicopee. And the interesting part is that revelation was not part of my dream. Just the Dan and the baby, not the new house. So again, I repeated, okay, what else? And she looked at me with a slightly amused expression on her face and asked me if that wasn't enough. And I'm like, no, I says, fine, but I'm letting you get everything out. Mm-hmm. I was literally the first family member to be told any of this news. She wanted my reaction to find out how she should go about telling everybody else this. Because her and Dan weren't married, and all this, and, she was worried about it.
There was friction there with Dan and
at the time there was.
Yeah,
at the time there was.
Yeah.
But, like I told her, I says, Katie, when she had Noah and Evelyn, she lived in Maryland. I said, you live in Chicopee. I said, your mom's going to be able to be a much bigger part of this baby's life. And I told her, that's how you're going to sell your mom on it. And she did. It's been great. It was perfect. Dan and I get along great now. They got engaged. So he's my future son-in-law. Great guy. All that stuff. And then Jasmine, the 2-foot twister of terror. She owns my heart. So that's all. It's all there.
Yep,
but
cute.
Excuse me. I always assumed that Jody and I were so in tune with each other, and that's how I knew everything except for the house buying part. But you know what? Now, thinking about this, and this occurred to me about a week ago, and I actually talked to Jody about this. Now I am so close with Jasmine. Jody always tells people that I am Jasmine's favorite person in the whole wide world. She begs to come over to the house, and, anytime she's putting on her jacket, she wants to come to my house, and, it's constant. She loves it when, because I'm with her at least 1 day a week.
Yeah.
And she loves it. So, but, I had to wonder if it was really somehow Jasmine's soul that was reaching out to me.
That's pretty cool.
Because if you think about it, I didn't know the house.
Right.
I knew she was back with Dan, and I knew she was pregnant. But I didn't know the house.
So technically her spirit, her soul, her being was already here.
And that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if somehow, and some people do believe that the same souls are attracted to each other in each reincarnation of life. Now, while I don't know and frankly had never even considered this question until very recently, but it does give you quite a bit of food for thought. And I'm just glad that I had shared my dream experience with others.
Yeah, right.
I mean, because then I'd be saying, oh, yeah, I dreamt
that
this.
That would have been unnerving to a lot of people, including yourself, had you not shared it with somebody.
Exactly. But it was so real. It felt so real. It wasn't like, you dream about meeting somebody or the other thing. This felt different. That's the only way to put it.
I've had dreams like that where you wake up and you think, did that really happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so real.
It's just really creepy,
Yeah,
no matter how you
is.
cut it. But it did make me wonder if, if it was actually somehow Jasmine herself that was kind of letting me know, hey, by the way, Podge, I am on my way.
Yeah. She was probably
I don't know.
doing that so it would make it easier for Jody to put it out there.
I really don't know. But it is pretty interesting. I had 2 out of the 3.
That's cool.
And, the house went, oh, okay.
Well, maybe the house thing hadn't happened yet.
No, it was
maybe
all.
They were still looking.
No, it wasn't connected. It wasn't connected to the person. It was
That's-
connected to another person.
Exactly. And that's what I'm thinking. It had nothing. The house had nothing to do with Jasmine.
Right.
But the fact that she was back with Dan did, and the fact that she was pregnant obviously did. So I mean, it's a type of
pretty
a thing
cool.
that I never really gave it any thought. I always just attributed it to Jody and I because we are very close.
Mm-hmm.
But it, now in hindsight, that doesn't feel right. So I don't know. It's just
really
again
cool.
food for thought, something to think about.
Yep.
So with that in mind, let's. We got a new segment. So Pete, can you? I think we're up to that, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Nice. I always love this tune. Oh boy. Oh, come on.
No, now it's going to be in my head all day.
That's okay. I could have played Baby Shark.
I would have stopped that.
All right, so this is a new segment that I referred to as Bobby's Thinking Outside of the Box.
It's almost as catchy as Horny Baby.
Yeah, it is. All right, so what this is going to be is, and I'm hiding this from Lynn so she can't see it. This is a little segment that I'm going to read a question that Pete and Lynn do not know, and I'm going to give you 4 different choices. I believe it's usually 4, so it's a multiple guess, and then you each tell me which one you think is the right answer, and then I'll tell you the right answer and the definition of why it is and all that good stuff.
Can I try it without the guesses?
You can if you want to.
Okay.
No, well, actually, no, you really can't. Not in this one, anyway.
All right.
So this first one's fairly, and I gotta move the mic so Lynn can't read my thing. Yeah. All right. So the first one that we have this week. Let me just make sure it's not 2 pages for the answer. Sorry, folks. And no, it is not. Good. All right. So your first question this week: what do earthworms eat? Do they eat A, tiny plants, B, dog droppings, C, Lester, or D, all of the above? Go ahead, Lynn.
What the heck is Lester?
Lester, a guy, a person,
Oh,
dead guy.
dead guy?
Yeah. So which one?
Earthworms, huh?
Yep, earthworms. What do they eat? Tiny plants, dog droppings, Lester, or all of the above?
I gotta go with all of the above.
All right, Pete, what's your thought?
Tiny plants.
Tiny plants, okay. Pete says A, Lynn says D. The correct answer is D.
Thank you very much.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, that's true. They eat dead bodies.
They eat earthworms will eat just about anything. They eat plants and animals. That makes them omnivorous. It also makes them real friends to gardeners. Earthworms will eat nearly anything they find in the dirt and turn it into worm castings. That's a polite way of saying worm poop, which gardeners love because it's like free fertilizer. So if you have a garden, throw in some worms, and you can always go and get some at the bait shop. And just get a dozen night crawlers, throw them into your garden.
Just the thought of it.
Oh, come on. That's awesome stuff. So I got to give Lynn 1 point for this one. Pete, I got to give you the even though A was correct, it was actually all of the above. So Lynn 1, Pete 0. All right, and we're going to keep score with this. We'll see how you guys do next week. And so that's your thinking outside of the box.
So there's only one question?
Only one question. I only wanted it to be a short little thing that designed to.
He doesn't have enough time to do what he needs to do now.
We got plenty of time. We have plenty of time. All right, so now let's bust into some Les Nessman.
Les
Nessman?
Yeah, weather.
Oh, yeah, okay. Where's your...
my God.
Oh, stop it. Let's see. Where's your weather thing? I'm trying to find the weather thing. There we go.
Is that technical jargon?
The weather bump.
Yes.
No, see, now I have it as like a pad.
Okay. All right, nice. Peter Gunn coming at you like a big dog in heat. All right, so today, all right, currently 36 degrees outside. We're expecting a high today of 49. This is going to be gorgeous out there. Sunrise was at 6:18 this morning, so it's been up.
That'll be changing this weekend.
Yes, it will. Been up for about a half hour. Sunset 5:46 this afternoon. It's going to be a clear day. It's going to be a gorgeous day. So get out there and enjoy it. Live it up. Jeez, if I had the 2-foot twister today, I'd probably bring her to the park.
Yeah.
I did that the other week. It was
really
so nice out there.
been
We went
nice.
out there and did it up.
Yeah.
So, going to go with a little 90s sort of music today with this. And we're going to bust into some dreaded Nickelback with How You Remind Me. And you're listening to Bobby G and Company on WSKB. Maybe.
Or not.
Couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick aside without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my head scream, are we having fun yet? Yeah, 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 no, no, yeah, 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 no, no. It's not like you didn't know that. I said I love you and I swear I still do. And it must have been so bad, 'cause living with me must have damn near killed you. And this is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my head scream, are we having fun yet? Yeah, 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 no, no, yeah, 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 no, no, yeah, 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 no, no, yeah, 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 Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These 5 words in my head scream, are we having fun yet? Yeah, yeah, are we having fun yet? Yeah, yeah, are we having fun yet? Yeah, yeah, are we having fun yet?
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
Support for community radio on WSKB provided by Westfield Electroplating. Employing over 140 skilled platers, painters, and technicians, Westfield Electroplating was founded in 1946 and was the first company in the country to achieve National Aerospace and Defense Contractor Program accreditation, proudly maintaining that status for over a decade. Westfield Electroplating provides over 50 quality finishes to meet your corrosion, cosmetic, or performance needs. On the web at www.westfieldplating.com or 413-568-3716. Westfield Electroplating, putting the finishing touches on technology.
Hi, it's Bob Plass, and I have Wow, It's Tuesday, every Tuesday, 6 to 8. Wow, it's Tuesday.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
I did it!
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
All right, good morning, everybody.
She always forgets that Bob does that.
Yeah, she does. 6:53 in the a.m.
Funny.
It is funny.
It is. It's really good.
Quintessential Plas.
Yes. 6:53 in the a.m. and you're listening to Bobby G and Company with Lynn, Pete, and myself, and we're in studio right now going over some
this
stuff.
is quintessential Bob Plas.
Tell you what I want. I can't even. I'm going to see if I can do it slowly. Tell you what I want. What I really, really want. Tell you what I want. What I really, really, what I want is this song to end.
He just did the
Willy
William,
Wheelie.
He just did the
Willy
William
Willy?
Shatner version.
Yeah, pretty much. So
That's quintessential
Bob's
Bob
awesome.
Plas.
Bob's a great
That's
guy.
like 5 years old, that clip.
So we actually in studio today. We've got it's very similar to an Alfred Hitchcock movie, or at least Pete keeps standing up and showing me the birds. I'm not sure how that.
That's because you
It's a salute.
deserve
It is. So hey, the other thing I wanted to ask you: did you ever find and put together our promo?
No, I got to go back and find that thing, or we got to redo it.
All right. Maybe next week I'll dig out the old paperwork on it, and we can do it again.
Maybe we could do it on a Taco Tuesday.
Oh, that's a good idea.
We'll just record it over there. I'll bring
That's
a
a good
mic.
idea. And you know what's funny is that, and I'm glad you mentioned that. Pete, Lynn, and I, we're all good friends, and so the bantering and the ball busting and everything that is on the show. I mean, it's all
None of us take it personal.
It's all tongue in cheek. Yeah.
I do.
And,
I take it personally.
Yeah, I mean,
Hurt my feelings.
You've got the
every
alpaca legs.
week.
I mean, the alpaca leg thing going on there. So I
You're
mean,
just jealous because you can't wear them.
wear them. What are you talking about? You were barefoot wearing capris, and you look like you had on Uggs. There you have it. The people on the
Those are
Channel
not my
15
feet.
can see Lynn's feet. Those are the ones that
Those
won the
are not my
competition
feet.
at the Subaru convention. Yes, the alpaca leg.
Yeah, I
Thank
left
you,
my
Pete.
trophy home. I
You
was
did.
gonna
I
bring
saw
it in.
that. Yeah. Pete, it was a little bronze tree with a little
It
person
was.
hugging it with the Subaru logo on it.
Oh boy.
But anyway, it's funny because we all actually, on occasion, we actually even hang out together outside of the studio.
We do.
Pete and I have been to concerts together. We went, matter of fact, just this past week, Taco Tuesday over at Captain Jimmy's. Oh my God,
That's a little hidden gem. Shh, don't let it out.
But I mean, it was phenomenal.
It really was.
And you get a taco. I mean, their tacos are soft tacos, $2
Yep.
for a taco, but stuffed.
Oh yeah.
I got tacos.
I think they just let the cooks kind of have the. I think it's the cooks kind of come up with that special.
I don't know, but I mean the
'Cause
taco.
they can cook well. They can cook Mexican pretty good.
Yeah, it
Or
was delicious.
Tex-Mex.
They had the tacos, the burritos. They had we got the quesadillas this time. They were phenomenal.
Yeah, I had the taco
the
salad.
taco salad.
Taco bowl there.
And
It was
yeah,
yum.
oh my God, it was so good. And they even have $3 margaritas.
that
Now I'm
was
not
my
talking a
favorite
little
part.
like shot glass. This is a
Yeah,
goblet.
It was a big goblet.
About
exactly.
a 10-ounce goblet. Yeah.
And
delicious.
they were very tasty. The only thing that I've had there that I did not like for their Taco Tuesday, and I just told you this, I didn't care for their chips and salsa.
Yeah.
It was boring.
The salsa was store bought.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just chips. I mean,
Nothing is spicy. That was
No,
the
you need the
thing that I
melted cheese
needed
on
was
that, but I
a
mean,
little bit of spice and some of that
the
stuff.
food itself, phenomenal. Oh my God! So we got to definitely make that like on every 2 weeks we go and hit
I'm
that
good
off
with it.
because it was worth it just for the margaritas.
Oh yeah. Where else can you
I don't drink because it's my lunch break. but-
eat and drink like that?
Well, you know what you need to do, Pete? You need to schedule a meeting with the Agawam Cable Commissioner, the chairman for the Agawam Cable Commission.
Okay.
And put that in your ledger. And
Okay.
it's going to be from 1 o'clock until 3. So you're off the clock at that point in time. And,
Okay.
You can do that. But, yeah. So, I've got something I'm going to bring up. Matter of fact, I'm going to go into this next segment. We had enough there. So let's go into, because it's a little bit longer, and I'm still never on time with this stuff. Let's go with our weekly Floyd fix.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Pete's ready for this one
Yes,
or not.
I am.
Oh, okay, good, because I don't want to catch you flat-footed again. So we get, hey, look, it's going to be Alfred Hitchcock again in a minute. Pete's going to show me the birds.
No, I'm good.
Gotta get
All right.
saluted.
So this is Pink Floyd with Money, and you're listening to Bobby G and Company on WSKB.
Don't get me back to good bullshit. I'm in the high fidelity first class traveling section. I think I need a lift jet.
certainly was in the right.
I guess he was cruising for bruising.
I don't know, I was really drunk at the time.
You just told me it was in Brooklyn's at number 2. Yeah, that's why it wasn't coming up on Friday 11. After I yelled and screamed and telling him
Underwriting for WSKB's community radio programming is brought to you in part by R. Levesque Associates. They are offering landscape architecture, civil engineering, environmental permitting, and land surveying. RLA is a second-generation company devoted to excellence in the planning and design of outdoor spaces. On the web at rlaland.com or at 40 School Street in Westfield.
Underwriting for community radio is provided by the YMCA of Greater Westfield. Every day, the YMCA strengthens the community through programs and services focused on youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. For all the Y's many programs and services, visit us on the web at www.westfieldymca.org. The YMCA, 67 Court Street in downtown Westfield. We're more than a gym. We're a cause. Want to get in the flow with Rob and Joe? Join host Joe Langoni and Rob O'Lari Thursdays at 7:45 a.m. on Westfield Technical Academy's Tiger Talk.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 at 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Well, good morning once again, everybody. You're at 7:05 in the a.m. Let's crank out some weather for you. All right. So currently in Westfield, we are looking at 36 degrees with a high today expected of 49 degrees. Sunrise was at 6:18, almost an hour ago. Sunset tonight will be at 5:46, but it's going to be a clear and gorgeous day today. Get out there and enjoy it if you can, and definitely well worth the effort. So we're going to bust into Just for Laughs instead of a dedication line. I went with, I started doing some internet searches on different things, and I found this comedian called Josh Sneed, S-N-E-E-D, and his...
It's going to be clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. His segment is Weird People at Garage Sales. Now, Pete, the counter on this is going to be 5 minutes and 34 seconds for a total.
Yes.
At 5:15, it turns into a commercial for him, so you can kill it anytime at that point.
Okay.
And you'll see it. So this is Josh Sneed, Just for Laughs, folks. Enjoy.
The only thing I've learned from watching the Learning Channel is there's crazy people everywhere. And that's accurate. I don't care what part of town you live in, there are crazy people close by you. And if you ever want to meet them, just see what they're like. It's super easy. Have a garage sale. That's all you do. Put it on Craigslist and in the paper that you're having a garage sale. And a freak show will form on your lawn 2 hours before the garage sale is even scheduled to begin. I'm looking through the blinds. I was like, we said 10, right? Well, they're here. Look like the Walking Dead out there. I was like, brains. No, that says bargains. I don't know if you've had a garage sale and you know what I'm talking about, but it makes me hate people. I'm not going to lie to you. It really bothers me. I don't know why I do it every year, but... Because those people I just talked about, they're a real thing. There's a term for them in the garage sale community. They're called early birds. And apparently I'm a jerk because I didn't put in the ad. They weren't supposed to be there. This lady's just standing out there. I was like, can I help you, ma'am? She's like, well, I'm here for the garage sale. I'm like, well, you're about 2 hours early. Well, it didn't say no early birds. This is how bad it got. This is not a joke. Last time we had a garage sale, press the button to open the door. There is a woman crouched down who raised up with the garage door. Like she's in a 90s boy band video, just kind of stepping in. I was like, get out of here. No, this is not Black Friday. There is nothing in here worth the effort you are exerting right now. I get so mad. Same characters, just different faces. I'll tell you who the worst one is. Guy who just watched 3 episodes of American Pickers and now thinks he's Indiana Jones. This guy, every time, just walks right up. Hey man, you got any antiques? No sir, I'm 35. I don't know why you thought this was the place to begin a treasure hunt. But here's the problem. No matter how annoyed you get, you gotta be nice to him. You can't say whatever you want. That's hard for me to do. Do you understand? I'm like, no, sir, there's no antiques, but there's some great deals. This toaster, check this out. We got married last year. We don't need 2 toasters. So we're selling this one, and it's $1. And they'll talk you down. Doesn't matter how good your pricing is. If they've seen an episode of Pawn Stars, it's negotiating time. Now he's sweating over my toaster for half an hour. Oh, buddy, I don't know. I mean, I need a toaster, and that's what's that? It's a Sunbeam. I mean, it's all right, you know. It ain't like a KitchenAid or a Hamilton Beach, you know, something I might get excited about. I'm trying to find one of them Oster toasters. Anybody around here selling one of them? It's a stainless steel, double-wide chamber. That thing will burn a frozen bagel in 12 seconds. That thing's bad. I mean, what am I going to do with this? Make toast? Well, the springs are still good. What'd you say, $1? No, man. No, I'd like to do business with you, but I mean, we're just so far apart right now. I don't know. I mean, I could probably, what's today? Wednesday? It's gonna be tough, but I mean, I could probably go 25 cents. 25 cents? I'll beat it over your face for free. How about that, buddy? Because let me tell you something. Watching you leave with a broken nose will be worth way more than $1 at this point. It's $1, sir. It's a toaster. That still works for $1. No, screw this guy, honey. I got thrown out of my own garage sale. She made me leave. But I couldn't just go. I was like, all right, I'm leaving. But I want everybody to know something. I will not be disrespected in my own garage. And because of how all you're acting, I'm taking the toaster. And the Beanie Baby with the mystery stain. And the PlayStation 1 without any games, controllers, or a power cord, and a lid that does have to be taped closed when you want to use it. That's right, they're all coming back inside. And I carried them back into the house, along with my pride. And the next day, the very next day, as I drove that stuff to Goodwill, where I would lose money in the gas that it took to get it there. I got on the phone with my manager. I said, book me for a special on VidAngel because I got some stuff I need to get off my chest. So thank you guys for listening. I hope you had a good time. And we'll see you next time.
Hey, thank you for watching this
see, here's
clip.
the commercial.
That's okay.
I had never heard of this guy before, and it was just all I did was I typed in clean comedy.
Yep.
And he came up, and I was like, okay. And I listened to it, and I was like,
there
okay.
are guys who are funny out there.
He's really good. I still want to get Jeremy, my nephew, on a show. And hey, what the heck was that?
Somebody's phone buzzed.
No. Oh, was that you? Oh,
I don't know.
Your Tribble was ordered.
It was my daughter.
Oh, okay. All right. So, Pete's always telling me I need to be more political on things. And
yeah, thanks, Pete.
Pete, you may want to do your disclaimer because I don't know where this is going to go.
The views expressed by Rob Goff in this segment are those solely of his own, not those of Westfield State University, Channel 15, or the underwriters. Go ahead.
Or his co-host.
Or his co-host. But I got a feeling that, you know where I'm going. You're going to like this. All right. So Tuesday we had the primary. Well, we started off the day.
Super Tuesday.
Yeah, we started off with Taco Tuesday, which made it a great day.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the primaries and everything like that. And, I was looking at 4 of the different states that, are I don't know, for whatever reason, they jumped out at me. The state of Utah, okay? You had Bernie Sanders took the state from the Democratic point of view with 60,612 votes. Joe Biden came in with 30,002 votes, and then Bloomberg came in with 29,561 votes. So Biden and Bloomberg were pretty close together. So the entire Democratic vote was 120,000.
In what state?
This is Utah.
Okay.
120,174 votes total. Trump, uncontested, 273,261 votes.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's just in and of itself.
150,000 more people voted for Trump, uncontested, than they did for the entire Democratic top 3 here.
In this state, I would think a lot of people who are unenrolled and who are conservative voted Democratic just because it was the only primary, really.
Well, I screwed up personally. Hope years ago it changed from Democrat to Republican, and I thought that I did, but honestly I forgot to do it.
See, I'm unenrolled, so I can pick.
So I had, unfortunately, I got the Democratic ballot, and I voted for
Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah, thank you, because I was going to call him something else.
No, you can't call him that.
I can't call him that. Okay, so
That's rude.
I voted for him, even though he's no longer a part of anything. Just
I
because
thought he was the best politician in the race.
everybody else is a putz.
Well, but I thought
and I'm
he
not
was-
sure that he isn't either.
No, he is the most talented politician in the race, and he was smart enough before Super Tuesday to say, I have no way to win this, and I'm out.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Bloomberg spent what, $500 million and got
$400 million, and it ended
just
up only
480,
being,
just shy of $500 million.
and all it was a roast.
He won American Samoa.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, really?
He won American Samoa. That was it.
But I mean, it's just I don't know. But as long as, and again, this is the politically incorrect part. As long as
Senator Warren,
yeah, I have no use for that woman. I mean, it's not that she's a female or anything like that. She is a piece of trash.
well,
She's a
I would say her
crazy.
her ideas on reality are far different than what is reality.
She has no clue what reality is. And that's,
But she
that's
did
the
make her
problem.
name. Here's the funny thing. I was talking to somebody about this. She made her name fighting against Joe Biden because he was in support of things that she was highly against on Wall Street issues.
So you got the old classic Dumb and Dumber. I mean, they're both educated idiots. You got Biden that's been in political office for over 40 years, and now he wants to make a change? What the hell have you been doing for 4 decades?
Here's the problem. Biden is a conservative Democrat.
Yeah, that's what I call putz.
No, but I'm just saying he's a conservative Democrat, so he presents challenges for Democrats who are conservative and would normally vote Republican against a very liberal Democratic candidate.
However you want to cut it. I know it. I know.
Listen,
what you're doing.
I like politics, so this is political analyst. But
All right.
I talk with some heavy hitters in this thing, and we're
Well,
talking.
you're
the same
talking
thing.
you're talking to a heavy hitter right now.
Not in the politics range.
All right, so let's move on. Let's go to the state of Colorado. You
Okay.
got Bernie Sanders, 273,677
Feel the
votes. He owned the state. Joe Biden, 175,820 votes. Total, 449,497.
Still respectable, yep.
Yep. Trump alone, 592,000 votes uncontested. 150,000 again more than what the top guys did. Now, what's interesting with Colorado,
the
though,
comedians are going to come out and say, "Well, the Trump backers think that was the general election and he won."
no, they're and again, I know
That's what the
I know.
late night comedians are going to come out and say.
I know, but you know what? Again, they're idiots. But you look at Colorado was a state that in 2016 went to Clinton. They backed Hillary.
Yep.
And now, 150,000 in a preliminary or in
Most
a
people
primary.
vote with their wallets. The economy's pretty
It's
good
just-
right now.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that. The state of Alabama, okay, 286,630 for Biden. He took the state from the Democrats. 75,326 from Sanders. 52,844 for Bloomberg. Total is 414,800 total votes for the Democratic top three. Trump, uncontested, 708,883 votes.
Yeah, I know. People come out.
But they didn't even have to.
Well, but those are the
He was
people-
uncontested no
but
matter
here's the
what. He
thing.
was going forward.
Those are the people that vote in every single election because they feel
No.
that that's their civic duty.
Well, hopefully this transposes over into November. I mean, you look at the state of Texas, and this is the last state I'm going to go with. State of Texas, 656,568 for Biden. He took the state. 585,036 for Sanders. Okay? Total, 1,241,604. That was the Democratic vote for the top two. Trump alone, again, uncontested, 1,857,520 votes. That's just ridiculous. I mean,
did he get any votes in California?
I don't know. I didn't look at California. I don't know
California used to be a Republican state at one time.
But you look at him now.
But all those people moved out.
But look at him now. You got an idiot like Pelosi, from California. You got Schiff from was he New York,
New York,
or California? Yes. I mean, all of these morons that spent millions of dollars on an impeachment process that accomplished nothing other than spending multi-millions. And again, they should be held accountable, in my opinion, for that. But that's just me. And we talked last week, if you remember, on historical events. I don't remember the amendment, but it was the one that stated that the president could only run two different terms.
Yes.
Either that needs to be changed, or
no, I think
term limits need to be imposed on.
I would agree with that.
House and the Senate.
And I told you my thing. It's 12 years in the House and 6 years or 12 years in the Senate. So
no, why?
Because
if you're going to do that, then make the president 3 terms.
No.
It should be 12 and 12. Or if you're not going to do that, the president can only be fair 8 years. Make the Congress and the Senate 8 years.
You can't make the Senate 8 years because it's a 6-year term.
Oh.
So how about
one
this?
term.
How about this? 3 or 4 terms in Congress, and then Senate, because you don't want a power vacuum in the because that's where the money purse strings are. You don't want a power vacuum in the legislative branch. So you want reasonable term limits, and I think reasonable term limits are 4 terms in the House. That's 8 years.
Okay.
And then you could do 2 terms in the Senate as a senior deliberative branch.
Okay, I'll buy that because I didn't realize it was 6 years.
Yes, it's a 6-year term.
Okay, I would buy that,
and I have no problem with that. And that eliminates people from well, I hate to say it, like our current House of Representatives. He's been there for 30 years.
Yeah, yep, and he was part of that also with the impeachment.
Oh, I know,
and
but that's because he flew under the radar for so long and was a good party steward that he got to a position where he's running the most powerful committee in the House.
Yep.
That's all.
I just,
anyways,
I don't know. I don't know. Something's got to change. Something's got to give. And I really, just in the primaries, I think the people spoke, and I don't know. I'm just glad that Warren's not really
a factor
in contention for anything.
She would have been great as the Democratic nominee. That would have been a fun summer.
Well, look back. What was it? Was it 4 years ago? No, it had to be more than that. When you had Sarah Palin running, and then she ended up being a running mate. I mean, that was almost a joke. I mean, she was.
Well, he was trying. Yeah, Senator what's his name was trying to really kind of broaden the Republican base.
Yeah,
that's what he was doing. That was a political move.
Yeah, it was McCain, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying that if Biden chose Buttigieg, that'd be a formidable ticket against Trump Pence. It'd be very formidable because Pete Buttigieg checks a lot of box for the Democratic side. And I'm just saying.
But Pete, I think Pete's bringing a lot to the table, and I'm not pro-Democrat at all. I'm definitely voting Trump on this. But I mean, Pete brings a lot to the table, but I don't think that Biden does. Biden's an idiot.
But that's what I'm saying. You get somebody good. So was Trump, and that's why he picked Pence as a running mate. Because
Trump
he was a seasoned politician.
Trump wasn't a politician. Biden is.
I get that.
But that's my thing, is that, with all the investigations that have been going on and been talked about between Biden and his son and all this nonsense, I don't think that the general public looks at him as a viable option. I don't think
we'll find out.
Yeah, exactly. We'll know. Yeah, we'll know later in the year. But I mean, I think it cost him.
It
cost him votes.
On who he picks as his running mate.
Yeah.
Anyways,
let's bring Sarah Palin back. She's cute.
We need to get some music.
Yes, we do. So let's bust into some Evanescence, and this is appropriate for the Biden campaign. Bring Me Back to Life.
How can you see into my eyes like open doors, leading you down into my core, where I become so numb without a soul. My spirit sleeping somewhere.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Dunkin' Donut Shops of Westfield and the Sardinia family. It's nice to know that even as the world changes, Dunkin' Coffee remains the same at 7 convenient locations throughout Westfield.
Want to get in the flow with Rob and Joe? Join hosts Joe Langoni and Rob O'Laurie Thursdays at 7:45 a.m. on Westfield Technical Academy's Tiger Talk.
Community Radio.
89.5.
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
Well, good morning once again, everybody. Bobby Goff here, and we are coming to the end of yet another episode of the Bobby G and Company show. We had a lot of fun today.
We did.
We did.
Went by really fast.
It did. It flew by. I mean, it always goes by quick, but this week definitely flew by.
Yep.
So we had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and maybe you got a little laugh out of it. You know, maybe you got a Keurig moment that give you a little bit of an education on things. You learned what earthworms ate, and you know, hey, Lester Holt. This is Lester. You know, so it's all good. So listen, we're gonna be heading out in just a few moments. You got Joe is in the wings here.
Tiger Talk is chomping
Tiger
the gut.
Talk.
Yeah.
I don't know if Rob's with him. I just see Joe in the aisle.
All right.
But. So I want to thank everybody for listening to the show. I want to thank Pete and Lynn again for coming in this morning.
You're welcome.
And you guys be safe out there, and we'll see you back hopefully next week. And have a good week and have a good weekend. Enjoy today. It's going to be gorgeous out there. So I'm going to leave you with one final song, and this one here is from the Cranberries, and it's called Dreams. And you've been listening to Bobby G and Company on WSKB. Take care, folks.